This is the project for Team 2. The team members include Robin Denton, Rodney Folks, Lincoln Francois, and Harris Hamzagic. Our company name is Airways Consulting. The company that we reviewed is Southwest Airlines, environmental issues, and a diverse workforce. Thank you for joining us today. We wanted to take a moment to provide you some background on our company. We are Airways Consulting. We are a premier consulting company to the top U.S. airlines in the industry. We have over 25 years of experience consulting with a focus on economic and environmental issues. We have over 50 employees on staff located throughout the United States. We are currently expanding internationally. We have been hired by the executive team at Southwest to help them address some key environmental issues they are facing, along with managing a diverse workforce. Southwest strengths. Southwest has a cost-efficient flight network. They achieve this by utilizing a single type of aircraft. They also have a no-frills business model where all customers are treated equally. An example of this is that Southwest does not have a first-class section. They also have a high level of customer satisfaction, which has helped them become a dominant airline in the United States. One of the ways they achieve high customer satisfaction is by achieving high employee satisfaction. The first environmental issue. Southwest Airlines has faced increased competition from competitors trying to emulate their model. Their success has been built upon using one type of aircraft, eliminating traditional seating assignments, and not charging for checked luggage. However, the competition has not adapted the organizational practices that have been the key to success for Southwest. This does not mean that Southwest can be lax and not continue to review and improve. Airways Consulting reviewed their core values and how these are implemented. Our recommendation is for Southwest to continue to focus on their core values. They are the only airline that has not had any layoffs in the history of their organization. This is an example of how well the core values are working. We believe we need to review and adjust these as necessary, at least once per year. Environmental issue number 2. 911 brought with it fuel prices that constantly were changing and increasing. That created large challenges for the airline industry. Fuel prices were close to double what they had historically been. A short-term solution would have been to increase prices to consumers. Southwest hired us during this time to come up with alternatives instead of just increasing prices and passing that along to consumers, as that they knew that that was not a long-term solution. After the 911 crisis, we recommended they install a product called a Boeing winglet to their planes. While there was a substantial upfront cost for this, the long-term payoff was more than worth the expense. With technology changing at a rapid pace, Southwest has retained us to look for additional cost-saving methods. Environmental issue number 3. The last environmental concern we discussed with Southwest was their boarding policy. Their boarding policy has been the #1 complaint from their customers. They changed their boarding process a few years ago, but it still remained an issue with consumers. We worked with Southwest on options and tested them in key markets before rolling out the change that appears to be very successful. We implemented a pilot boarding process in key markets for Southwest. The change assigned an actual boarding number for consumers with updated signage to help with the new lineup process. We also implemented a process where upon purchasing your ticket or up to 24 hours before boarding, you could pay a small fee for the computer to assign you your boarding pass. It generally ensured you were within the first group for boarding. The fee was less than what most airlines charge to check a bag. The pilot program, after some minor modifications, has been very successful and has been rolled out nationwide. To Southwest, diversity is not just a word. It is an expression of their corporate culture. They feel a diverse workforce keeps them strong and innovative. Their employees are their greatest assets. They bring rich, diverse ideas, knowledge, and actions. They are passionate about building an inclusive environment. Their culture is that of inclusion and making employees feel valued. This can lead to strong employee engagement, higher productivity, employee retention, openness to thought, and a positive workforce. They have a community affairs and grassroots team that works to build strong, mutually beneficial strategic relationships. They have scored 95 out of 100 in the Human Rights Campaign's 8th Annual Corporate Index Survey. They have a diversity council made up of employees who volunteer from all areas of the company. They have set goals and have become instrumental in the success of inclusion. We at Airways Consulting were surprised this was an area they wanted to engage with us on. However, Southwest wants to ensure they remain leaders in the area of diversity. They felt that in order to do so, they needed people not close to the organization to look at it from a fresh perspective. Our recommendation to Southwest was to begin a campaign both internally and externally through use of testimonials. We feel that through showcasing actual examples, they can gain employee support and momentum and show to potential employees and customers positive examples of diversity. Thank you for your time today. We look forward to our continued partnership with Southwest Airlines.